Alright guys, it's Matt and welcome back to another week on the channel, and thank you very much for all of you guys that entered the 2k subs comp. The results were out in the previous video uploaded yesterday. Anyway, so onto this tank. Tier 9 French TD, the Foch. What another pleasant surprise this has been now. I think Tier 9 TDs are my sweet spot. Every time I've had a Tier 9 TD and moved on to Tier 10, I've much preferred the Tier 9, apart from the 268. The 268 is just like a 704 on steroids. Yes, that's the only one where I've actually preferred to jump up. My first ever Tier 9 TD was the Tortoise. That taught me about just how devastating a 120mm cannon with that reload can be in tracking people and just ruining their days. Although it's very slow, fairly immobile, and you had to make sure you go to the right part of the map at the very start of the game, otherwise you end up just driving around doing nothing the whole time. What did I get after that? Well, I think it was the Jagdtiger. So what did the Jagdtiger teach me? Well, that taught me about 128mm cannons and what they could do with some insane penetration. But also that tank taught me about, bear in mind this was not long after the beta test. That tank taught me about angling the armour on a tank destroyer, which I didn't do up until then, probably. Yeah, that thing can bounce, and also that gun is insane. Yeah. 704, that was a very good tank. That taught me about camo values and hitting people for half of their health in one shot, although it was a little bit derpy. It wasn't very accurate. So what does a Foch do well? Oh, it has one of the best front plates on a TD I've had so far. Obviously I've not had the Foch 155 yet, but the front plate on this thing is ridiculously thick and it's led back at this crazy angle, and if people don't know where to shoot you, you can bounce pretty much everything bar the highest of penetration shots off your front plate. And also this 120mm, it's the same one pretty much you had on the Tier 8, the AC-48, yet the reload is just that much better, the gun handling is just that much sweeter. And this video here was filmed with the stock tank. Although you don't get any gun upgrades, you basically could get an almost fully upgraded Foch from the start, meaning this grind isn't too bad, although the amount of XP you need for a Tier 10 is some ridiculous figure like 280,000. Although that wasn't as much as a 268, so yeah, the grind isn't looking like it's going to be that bad with this tank. Yeah, anyway. So 120mm cannon with this reload. Look at this. If you miss a shot, you just load up another shell and you let it go. Yeah, love it. I have found though, I find it easier to carry with the higher alpha damage guns like the 128, the 152s. It's just that hitting power and the stopping power, and the fact that if people see something like a BL10 looking at them, they're more likely to run away and hide than if they see like a 105 or a 120 looking at them. But when you've got flanking shots like this, and your team are in trouble, you can see pretty much, well no, there's quite a few greens over there, but my platoon, who I'll talk about in a minute, they're in a couple of mediums over there, and they're really needing me to kill the C-75. There we go, platoon taking him down. Yes, if you can get flanking shots in this tank with that reload, and tracking shots especially, the reload's that good with coffee, strong coffee, unless people have got repairs and track mechanic, you can keep them in place, which becomes very, very handy. Anyway, so the platoon, I'm out with some subs. Out with Lovely Pup, Sidekick Pooch, and Whoopsie. Some good fellas. Played with for the first time the other night. I actually managed to be able to play for a couple of hours during peak time in the evening because my other half was out. And we had quite a cool evening actually. We only lost a couple of games, and this being one of them, but typically it was a good game for me in the Foch. But our platoon of 4 going to take up 4 of the top 5 spaces on the team, so it wasn't our fault we lose. Anyway, yeah, so I had a lot of fun with them. Picked up quite a few good replays for this week actually, so I look forward to them. And also one replay, I did very, very well in another new tank and completely ballsed it up in the end. Lovely Pup actually records games himself, and he sent me a message afterwards saying that he was quite annoyed that he'd forgotten to record me screwing up. But because I've got a sense of humour, boys, I'm going to show it to you anyway. We all mess up now and again. I do it quite often, but obviously I cherry pick the best replays for the channel, so you don't get to see me messing up that often. But I'm going to show you because it was, well, maybe you guys can learn from my mistake that I made in that game. Anyway, I was onto this game, done some serious damage so far. This E50 managed to push through our lines. Need to get rid of him, and I'll make another mistake in a minute. Right, didn't roll good enough to kill him with that one. Gonna have to put another one in. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Kill him dead. He's brown bread. Yeah, this gun is awesome. The reload. The reload wasn't as good as it was. I think this tank wouldn't work with 120mm. 400 alpha, but if the reload was like 10 seconds, that just wouldn't be good enough. Right, so the platoon's dead. There's only 3 gains of me left versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reds, and they've got artillery support as well. But like I said earlier, it's not our fault that we're going to lose this one. We pushed out a serious amount of damage between the platoon. That awful panther. Oh, the cheeky get. I don't know if that was a lag spike or he purposefully slowed down then. Throw off my aim. Kill him. He's dead. Right. Bouncing shots from the other side. There were some big bounces there. That's probably the oh, bloody forgot the name of it now. 704. See, this is what a mistake I made. I'm too high up the ridge and I'm taking shots from the side. There we go. That was definitely a 704 round. About half my health gone in one shot, so I start to back up. There's a little dip back here. If I can get in it, try and get a little bit more hold down. Although the balancing features on this tank, the range finding bar on the top, although the ears on the outside are a no hitbox. Uh-oh, there's one up behind me as well. Yeah, the ears on the sides are no hitboxes. The bit in the middle, it's very, very squishy. Most tanks can pen it with HE. There we go, E50, firing APCR. You know where to aim as well. No chance. Right, he's a one shot. Can I get this round away? Am I going to live? Oh, I kill him, but he kills me. And there we go. Top gun, but not good enough. It's the M103 on our team. What's he doing? Drive that in front of the SD1. Donks a shot into the dirt. SD1 kills his support. It's just him now. It's game's over. There we go. Boom. Game lost. GW Tiger P finishes him off. Anyway, so look at the results. Got a top gun, so I've definitely got my full experience for the game. Anyway, just wanted to show you a new tank, fellas. Here we go. 6 kills, 5,734 damage done in just a few minutes. Blocked an okay amount. I have blocked a lot more so far, but they were games I did a lot less damage. Anyway, so there we go, top of the team. And like I said earlier, 4 of the top 5 spots were our platoon. We had a really, really good night that night. We won almost every game. There's just a couple of defeats. But I really wanted to show you my new Foch because I like it so much. So I picked this replay to show you. Yeah, the Foch, the grind. You get it. Basically, fully upgraded bar an engine and some tracks, which is only 24,000 XP to get the engine and tracks. Yeah, so not bad grind at all, and definitely a step up from the 1948. It just does the same, but it does all of the same things better. Right, I hope you enjoyed seeing one of my new tanks, fellas. I've got another 2 garage updates this week, and possibly a look around my entire garage, because a lot of people have been asking. I'm just deciding whether I'm going to do it or not. Right, there we go, chaps. Give the vid a like if you did, and I'll catch you tomorrow. See you later.